Hello students, I'm Manmohini Bhatia, English mistress from Government High School, Sherpur Kalan, Ludhiana. I'm here to help you understand the concept of models. But before we do that, have a look at the pieces of conversations going to be displayed on the screen. And while doing so, please pay attention to the words that have been highlighted. So the first conversation is between two boys, boy 1 and boy 2. Boy 1 says, "Can you skate?" And boy 2 answers, "Yes, I can." And the highlighted word in both the dialogues is can. Now, here comes the next piece of conversation, and it is between waiter and Mr. John. Waiter says, Waiter asks actually, "May I take your order, sir?" Mr. John answers, "Yes, I would like to try the steak." Now, the word highlighted in the dialogue spoken by waiter is may, and the word highlighted in the dialogue of Mr. John is would. Now, the next conversation is between two girls. Girl 1 says, "What do you think I ought to see in Agra first?" And girl 2 says, "Well, I think you should go to the Taj Mahal." Naturally, Taj Mahal is worth seeing, worth visiting place in Agra. So the words highlighted here are ought to and should. Well, these words can, may, would, ought to, should, these are modal verbs. Students, do you know what a modal is? Let's try to find out the answer to this question. Here on your screen, definition of modals is given. A modal is an auxiliary verb that is used with a main verb to indicate ability, permission, request, capacity, suggestions, order, obligation, and advice, etc. Modal verbs are a part of the larger category called auxiliary verbs, which are verbs that cannot be used on their own. They need to be accompanied by another main verb. Sometimes modal verbs are called modal auxiliaries. Modal verbs are used to express ability, obligations, permission, assumptions, possibility, request, offer, and advice. Now let's have a look at the most common modals. Now the list has been displayed on the screen, and the most common modals are can, could, may, might, shall, will, ought to, would, should, must. So these are the most common modals that are used. Now, a few common features of modals have been displayed on the screen. Let's discuss these. What are the main features of modals? Number one is modals cannot be used as main verbs. Students, modals are not main verbs. They are modal auxiliaries, kind of help for the main verbs. Now, next is modals are never used alone. They are used to help a main verb. Their task is to help the main verb. For example, she can drive a car. So here, the main verb is drive, and can, modal can, is used here to help the main verb drive. Number 3 is modals are followed by the base form of a verb. That means modals are followed by the first form of the verb. We always use first form of the verb with modal. For example, I must leave now. Here leave is the base form. Shall we play cards? Play is the base form that has been used with the modal shall. So these are the common features of modals. Now have a look at the modals that we are going to discuss in this video. There are so many modals commonly used, but we are going to discuss can, could, may, might, must, and ought to. These models will be discussed in this video, and rest of the models will be discussed in the next video. So let's discuss our first model, that is can, use of can. Students, can is one of the most commonly used modal verbs in English. It can be used to express ability, request, permission, possibility. Now let's discuss its uses one by one. So first use of can is to express ability. Ability means to have the power or capacity to do something. You have the power and the capacity to do something, so we use can. He can lift this heavy box. That means he has the capacity, the power to lift this heavy box. So we have used the modal can. I can play basketball. That means I have the skill to play basketball. Number 2 is can is used to make a request. Can I use your pen, please? Can you help me in this work, sir? So, modal can here in these two sentences be used to make a request. So, the next use of can is to express permission. When we have to express our permission to something, we use the modal can. You can go home now. He can bring his friends to the party. So here permission has been given in both the cases. You can go home now. You are permitted to go home. He can bring his friends to the party. That means he has been given the permission to bring his friends to the party. Next is can is used to express possibility. Possibility means that something might happen. He can come today. There is a possibility he might come. He can come today. She can be hiding. Next possibility is she can be hiding somewhere. So these are the uses of can. Now let's discuss our next model, that is could. Could is similar to can, but it is used as past tense of can, or to express ability in past time, or as a request or permission. So let's discuss these uses of could one by one. So number 1 is could is used as a past tense of can. He said that he could win the match. So it has been said in past tense, in past time. So we have used could instead of can. She told him that she could do that. Similarly, could has been used as past tense of can in this sentence. Now next is could is used to express ability. Can is also used to express ability, but could is used to express that power, that skill in past time. For example, he could drive the car when he was 15. I could lift that heavy load when I was young. So, when could is used as the past tense of can, it refers to an ability that a person generally used in the past, or something that generally happened in the past. So here you He could drive the car when he was 15-year old. It has happened in past. I could lift that heavy load when I was young. So could is used to express ability in the past time. Now next is could is used to make a polite request. Can is also used to make a request, but could is more polite than can. Could you wait a moment, please? Could you give me a glass of water, please? So here, a polite request has been made in these sentences. Next is to request for permission to do something. We use could for that. Could I go to the cinema, please? Could I take her out, mother? These are more polite than can. Here you have noticed this thing. So these are the uses of could. So students, I hope use of can and could is clear to you now. So let's try to understand it better with the help of an exercise. So here on the screen, a few blanks have been displayed. You have to fill in these blanks with either can or could. So read these blanks now. Number one is, I dash ran very fast when I was younger. Number two, my sister dash play tennis now. Number three, dash you tell me what time it is, please? And it is a polite request. Number four, dash you meet me at 5? Number 5, this car dash reach the speed of 200 kilometer per hour. Next is, Tom dash win the medal, but he fell down. Number 7, I dash speak English. And last is, dash I use your pen, please? Again, it is a polite request. So, try to think which is the suitable model for each blank and try to find out the answer. I'm giving you some time for doing this activity. While doing so, keep in mind the use of can and could, present and past also. I hope you have got the answers. So, the first is, I could ran very fast when I was younger. Yes, could. It refers to the ability in the past. Number 2 is, my sister can play tennis now. Present time. Ability in present. Number 3, dash you tell me what time it is, please. It's a polite request, and polite request, for making polite request, we use could. Could you tell me what time it is, please? Number 4, can you meet me at 5? And number 5, this car can reach the speed of 200 kilometer per hour. Number 6 is, Tom could win the medal, but he fell down. It is in past tense. That's why we have used could. Number 7, I can speak English. The ability. Number 8, could I use your pen, please? Again, it's a polite request. So we have used could. So I hope you got all the correct answers. Now let's move on to our next model, use of may. May is a modal verb most commonly used to express permission, possibility, and a polite suggestion. So the first use of may is to seek permission. Well, can and may both can be used to ask for permission, but may is considered more formal. Well, students, when you have to ask your teacher when you have to seek the permission of your teacher before entering the classroom, you ask it in a formal way. May I come in, sir? Or may I come in, ma'am? In the same way, if you have to ask another person for any other permission in a more formal way, we use may. May I go to the cinema? Or may I use your phone? So to seek permission, we use the modal may. Now next is may is used to express possibility. She may be there now. It may rain today. So these are the possibilities that may happen. She may be there now. It is possible that she may be there now. And it may rain today. And here comes another use of may, that is to make polite suggestion. May is used to make polite suggestion. May I help you? You may take his help. So when you have to suggest something to somebody, you may use the modal may. Next is to express benediction. Students, benediction is a prayer asking God for help and protection for someone. When you pray to God for somebody, may he live long, or may you go up in life. You are praying for somebody, you are making a wish for the welfare of somebody. Then you use the modal may. So these are the uses of modal may that you have learned now. May is used for permission, possibility, polite suggestion. Now let's move on to our next modal, and that is might. Might is used as past tense of may for permission and possibility. So let's discuss these uses of might. Number one is to express the past tense of may. Students, might is the past tense of may in indirect speech. For example, he told me that he might join the party. He thought he might play a useful role. So, might is used to express the past tense of may. Next is might is used to seek permission. When we have to seek permission, we use might. Might I come in, sir? Might I help you? So, next is to express a remote possibility. Might is used to express a remote possibility, means a very small chance that it will happen. When we have to show that, we use the modal might. Your purse might be in the living room. It might rain today. When we say it may rain today, then that means you can say there is 50% possibility that it may rain. But when we say it might rain today, then that means that there is a remote possibility, or there is a small chance of only 30% that it may rain today. So let's fill in the blanks with may or might. So first is you dash eat some cake. Number two is I asked him if I dash leave the work early today. Number three, dash I borrow your car. Number four, you dash go now. Number five, I dash see you tomorrow. Number six, it dash not rain today. Number seven, I dash go on holiday to Spain. And last is, he said that Peter dash come to the party. So think about the correct model to be filled in each blank. I'm giving you some time for this. Well, I hope you have got the answers now. Let's discuss these. You may eat some cake. So permission is being given to you that you may eat some cake. I asked him if I might leave the work early today. It is in past tense. Dash I borrow your car? May I borrow your car? So we are seeking permission, formal permission. You may go now. I might see you tomorrow. There is a remote possibility that I might see you. The only 30% chances are there. It may not rain today. I might go on holiday to Spain. Again, another remote possibility. And last is, he said that Peter might come to the party. So these are the blanks that we have filled with may or might. Now let's move on to our next model, that is must. Must is used to express obligation, determination, and necessity. Students, must is used when we want to say that it is necessary or very important that something happens in the present or future. Let's discuss the uses of must. So, must is used to express obligation, duty, and advice. Obligation is actually moral duty. You must respect your elders. This is your obligation, your moral duty, that you must respect your elders. You must serve your country. This is your duty. You must not waste your time. It is your advice. Somebody is giving you an advice. You must not waste your time. So, must is used to express obligation, duty, advice. Next is, must is used to express a determination, firm decision. I must win this competition. I must get a seat this time. So, to express a determination. Next is to express a logical necessity or expectation. You must feel sorry for your mistake, or you must have played well. So, these are the necessity or the expectations from you. So, must is used for obligation, determination, and necessity. Now, next model that we are going to discuss is ought to. Well, ought to is also used to express duty, obligation, necessity. But you have to keep in mind that ought to is not as forceful as must. It is not as forceful as must. So, ought is also used to express duty or obligation. We ought to serve our country. It is not compulsory for you to serve your country, but it is your duty to serve your country. So, you ought to take medicine regularly. It is your duty that you are supposed to take your medicine regularly. So, students, today you learned the use of 6 modal verbs today. These are can, could, may, might, must, and ought to. Now, let's do some exercises based on these modal verbs. So, the first exercise is fill in the blanks with appropriate modals. So read these blanks displayed on the screen and fill in the blank with appropriate models. Options have been given with each blank. Take your time, read these 8 sentences, 8 blanks, and fill in the blanks with appropriate model. You have some time with you. She dash speak English when she was hardly 4. The rich dash help the poor. India dash win this match. Students dash to maintain discipline. You dash keep your promise. He dash make his own decision. I told him that he dash take the test. You dash leave now. These are the blanks. Read the options given with each blank and choose the correct answer. So the first answer is she could speak English when she was hardly 4. So ability in past. The rich must help the poor. This is moral duty of the rich to help the poor. India can win this match. So India has the capability to win this match. Students ought to maintain discipline. It is the duty of the obligation of the students to maintain discipline. You must keep your promise. Next is he can make his own decision. He has the capability to make his own decision. I told him that he could take the test. So, ability in past tense. You may leave now. You have the permission to leave this now. So, I hope you got all the answers correct. Now let's move on to our next activity, that is choose and write the correct models. Uses of the models have been displayed here, and below those uses the model verbs have been shown. You have to write the correct model verb before the use. So first use is expressing ability. So you have to choose the model which is used or which are used to express ability. Next is asking for permission. Third is giving permission. Number 4 is requests, and number 5 is duty or obligation. So, which modal verb is used for expressing ability or permission or request or obligation? Choose the correct model. I hope you got the answers. You are ready with your answers. So let's discuss. So models which are used to express ability are can and could. Next is models asking for permission, may, can, could. Next is models used for giving permission, can, could, may, might. All these models can be used to give permission. Next is for request, can and could. And last is duty or obligation. So it is must and ought to. So I hope you have learned all these models and their uses. So students, rest of the models will be covered in the next lecture. I hope you enjoyed learning these uses of models. Thank you so much.